Yeah, I think we've built a good roster at this point. I think the pieces match.
Yeah.
We've got high character kids, really good basketball players. Ultimately, who all can dribble, shoot, pass, and understand who they are as players. I think we've probably got a need for one or two more.
Okay.
It's just for us. It's more just who can play in the Big Ten rather than trying to find a specific position. 'Cause
Okay.
I think too often when you put yourself in box yourself into a position, it becomes difficult in the portal because one, you might get priced out, or two, it just doesn't match your lineup. So we've really been cognizant of trying to build the right lineups.
Yeah. So Alvaro, I don't think you got to talk about him. What it seems like an unbelievable fit for what you like to do. Can you maybe describe how you see him fitting into how you run things? Because we're still kind of learning about you too, but how does he fit into what you do?
I think he's just a good basketball player.
Yeah.
He's the thing that people don't realize is how good a passer he is. And when you've got a guy that kind of the processing speed of him works so much better, it naturally creates flow within your offense. And when you create that good flow in your offense, then people naturally make more shots. He's a worker. He plays with a level of fire, and he's won. And his freshman year at Robert Morris, they didn't win, and then they flipped it and made the NCAA tournament. I think that says a lot about him and what he was able to do there.
Yeah. You mentioned you were not looking for specific positions, but do you feel like you need kind of like that big guy enforcer yet to come, or can you maybe go without if you had to?
I would like that. If you got one of those, let me know. Yeah, everybody would, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's the problem. Everybody does.
Yeah.
So, ultimately that's what you'd like, but I think more importantly, you do have to find enough talent and then mix and match your lineup to be good in the Big Ten. Like you need to have guys. You can't just take a big for big's sake. That's not good enough. You need to make sure that you take somebody that's gonna play or start in the Big Ten.
Yeah. So Alvaro, he could play 5, obviously, if you need him to.
Yeah, I'm not a real position guy.
Not a position guy. Okay.
No, so we're pretty positionless. I mean, I just put the 5 best players out there. There's not like obviously you've got a point guard, somebody that brings the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
Then after that, it's best players play. If it's if it's 4 guys that are 6'7", 6'8", and then that's what it is. If it's multiple point guards, then that's what it is. It's just whatever the best 5 are going to play.
Yeah, so we're talking the morning after your first iClub event, and I know Carroll, Iowa is
was in Arcadia.
Arcadia, yeah. That's it's usually a pretty robust turnout. So how have you been received, I guess, by fans so far, from your early impressions, I guess?
I mean, I think there's a lot of support. There's a lot of enthusiasm. It's what you'd imagine from Iowa people. They're just excited, and I think they want to support. And I think the big thing that we keep saying is we need the support no matter what. We need it, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. Not negative support.
Yeah.
whether things go positively or negatively, but you need it right now. You need it at the ground level. You want to buy stock now so that hopefully the stock rises and goes up. But we want everybody involved in this process of, I don't know if it's rebuilding, but kind of rejuvenating this program.
Yeah, I guess. And lastly, when you talk to recruits now, it's early, obviously, but how are they viewing Iowa basketball? Is it like, hey, it's a new era, or you kind of have to get people over sort of like the lower attendance, maybe not as much postseason success as has been in recent years?
Yeah, and we don't even really talk about that stuff. I think it's more just selling the people in the program, the staff, the players that we have coming with. I think you win, the fans will come. I think if you put the right product out there, regardless of winning or losing, the fans will come. I think they really want to support what it is. I think fans from our perspective have to realize that they can be a big part of that too. That's the thing that we're trying to help everyone understand, is it just needs to be everyone engaged and everyone involved in just getting this thing back to where it needs to be.